What is going on, good people? Thanks for joining me during this somber The Fantasy Football Show edition. Kyler Murray confirmed ACL tear. Deebo Samuel, there's talk about him returning in 3-ish weeks, according to Kyle Shanahan, but don't expect him back at all in the regular season for fantasy football. He's out. They'd be crazy to bring him back. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about all the implications. Michael K. CPA, again, first in the building. This is like, how many times in a row, Michael? How many times in a row? Peanut Butter, Faithful Lee, James, Kilpatrick, Charles, Mario, James, another James C., Ant Carter. Appreciate you all filing in. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón.
Pyram, 1 month anniversary, says much love. Appreciate the hard work. Thank you, Pyram. Appreciate you being a YouTube exclusive member.
You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al...
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
It is the Fantasy Football Show. I'm your boy Smitty. I'm live to break down here all the news. 82 of you in here already. 25 thumbs up. Can we pump those numbers up? Those are rookie numbers. ACL tear confirmed for Kyler Murray. Let's get to the news.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
Somber news if you're in Arizona like I am. We knew this happened. We had a bunch of haters in the comments. You can't predict an ACL tear, Smitty. You're no doctor. Look, your boy Smitty's got models. I've got years of experience. He tore his ACL, and the MRI confirmed it. His season's over. probably, and mark my words on this, because I know what I'm talking about with these knee injuries. I'm telling you, a lot of the injury stuff, I feel like it's not just that I'm predicting, it's that I've seen it for 20 years, and I've had a lot of these knee injuries myself. Pretty sure we're going to see some other damage, maybe an MCL or meniscus tear, because of the way his knee buckled. Like, his knee went like this. It almost like fell off the shelf, you could say. When your ACL, see the ACL inside there? It's responsible for keeping the two joints very tight. And when you tear your PCL or your ACL, you have give one way or the other, and there's some movement that goes on, the micro movement, whereas everything's tight with the knee. And what had happened is it slipped. You could almost see when he's running, it slipped, and when it slips off like that, or this way, you're tearing meniscus as well, because it's pinching it. I don't know for certain. We haven't heard too much on the details other than the torn ACL, but I'm almost certain he tore some meniscus or the MCL or the LCL as well. Could be a long recovery for this guy, doing it so late in the year, and he's mobile. He's a mobile quarterback. He needs to roll outside the pocket in order to throw the football. So I don't know how I don't know what point he's going to come back next year. It's definitely not going to be early on. And if he tried it, he'd only be hampered with multiple injuries, hamstring injuries, and maybe a re-tear. Like, you can't rush this thing when you're a mobile quarterback that can't see over his offensive line. I don't say that to joke around or make fun of him. He's a short dude that can't see over his offensive line, so he's gravitated toward the style of play of rolling outside the pocket and throwing the football to DeAndre Hopkins, who is one of the best receivers in the entire National Football League for catching the football when his quarterback is outside the pocket. And that's the style of play these two roll with. I'm very, very concerned about the Cardinals for 2023. And it's going to be about 2024. This is one reason I didn't want Kyler to get his contract extension. I was very, very vocal about Kyler Murray not getting a contract extension. He didn't deserve it. They shouldn't have given it to him. I said that all offseason long. I beat a dead horse on the topic. I said, wait. And I even said they wouldn't do it, which I was wrong on, because the Cardinals folded like a chair. They folded like a metal chair and gave this man the bag when he hadn't earned it yet. There's a lot of reasons to be concerned about Kyler. They gave him the bag. And they gave Kingsbury an extension. So how are they going to get rid of him right away? Is he just going to be on a very short leash walking into 2023? I don't know. So we'll go over that when that happens. When there's potential, a potential firing or whatever. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But all I know is the Cardinals have a very, very bleak 2023 outlook. And this guy, I don't know if he's ever going to amount to a Super Bowl contending or winning quarterback. Punch that thumb up button on your way in the door. Your boy Smitty is here for you. Deebo Samuel, Kyle Shanahan talking about 3-ish weeks. Don't expect Deebo to play at all in the regular season. They would be crazy to roll him out there. They're just going to create more injury concern for Deebo if they try and rush him back in the final week. It's certainly not going to be in the final 2 weeks, and if they did that, that would be even more crazy. I don't put anything past Shanahan in terms of injuring his players, so maybe Shanahan does roll him out, but they will be crazy to play him in the regular season. This whole 2-3 weeks coming back from an MCL tear. MCL tear is this ligament right here, which is on the inside of your knee. It's big. This LCL is not as big. This is a thick ligament. It's the most painful injury when you tear an ACL or mangle your knee up like I've done before. The most painful part was the MCL. And for years, even to this day, 10 years after my ACL surgery, over 10 years, I still have pain in my MCL when the weather changes. This is a brutal injury, and you don't snap it like you do your ACL. Your LCL, your MCL, you rarely ever tear that sucker in half like you do your ACL or your PCL. And so it's tearing, it's repairing. It's not like you're going in and putting a new. They actually, when you tear your ACL, they cut a window out in your patellar tendon now. And they used to use cadaver tendons. Now they do the same. They do the window surgery. They cut out a window in your patellar tendon so that it can grow back. Kind of like if you got a tongue piercing, you take it out, it would grow back. Similar concept. You cut out here, and it can repair kind of and grow together and repair itself. If you cut that window out, you take that window out, and you basically turn it into one of these ligaments, and you drill it into the knee. They put screws in there and everything, and they drill it in, and they make a tight ACL fit again. And it's a brutal injury, but when you tear it in the context of football, you're doing something like this, and you can see this ligament right here is stretching when I do that. This ligament's going to stretch when I do that. When I twist it, you're stretching and tearing meniscus. So we're talking about ACL with Kyler. In the case of Deebo tore his MCL because his knee went like this. His knee went like this, and he stretched that MCL. It's just not smart to throw him out there. So Shanahan is reckless with his players. It's unbelievable. Jeremy says Shanahan may be the best coach ever. I 1,000% disagree with that stance, Jeremy, but I do love what's going on for your Niners right now. But Shanahan could be the downfall of your team, bro. Coach Shanahan reported 3 weeks. We'll see. Cooper Kupp says, Sean McVay says that it would be hard pressed to envision a scenario where Cooper Kupp returns from his ankle IR, plays in 2022. We already knew that. This is just, people have been waiting to hear this, I think, before they cut him. I understand that some people might not want to release him yet until it's official, and I get that. And if you don't have anybody worth picking up, it's nice to look at Cooper Kupp on your roster. I don't blame you. But Cooper Kupp is most certainly not playing again. We knew this. We talked about this. Just like I'm telling you, Deebo is probably not going to play again at all from a fantasy perspective. He'll be ready for the playoffs. Peanut Butter says, fire Shanahan. I think the people the diehard fans love Shanahan because he's a Niner. The outsiders that look at the situation know that Shanahan is almost always the problem, even though he's also part of the reason the Niners get where they get. So it's a catch-22. It's a double-edged sword. But Shanahan's certainly getting all of his players injured constantly, and people get mad at me for that. And that's just my opinion. It's why I have a show. I can do what I can say these things because I'm an opinion. I'm a talking head. I can have my opinion. Rams coach Sean McVay confirming what we already knew, that Cooper Kupp was not returning for 2023 or 2022. Why would he? The only thing I want to talk about is where you all value Cooper Kupp walking into 2023 from a redraft perspective. For me, I don't blame a single soul for having him number 4, number 5, number 6. Like, he's still got at least 2 good years left of being a top 5 wide receiver. Even though he's a little older, he's still going to be that good for 1 to 2 years at least. I'm curious to know what number overall player like you would rank Cooper Kupp right now if you had to guesstimate ADP. 1.4, 1.7, 1.6, 1.3. So if you guys would drop that in the chat, I would appreciate it. Leave a vote. Where are you ranking ADP-wise overall Cooper Kupp in 2023? Danger says top 5, which is totally understandable. Do I trust K9 and DK on Thursday night? We don't know yet. We will certainly know soon. DK, I would. Jeremy says 1.5. I'll say 5 to 7. K9 is Kenneth Walker. Who was the guy that asked Mike White or Cousins in the Sunday morning show? I don't know. 1.8 says David. Cooper Kupp, I would just avoid, says Zach. Wow. 1.6, 1.9, 1.6 to 1.7, 1.6, 1.9, 1.1 for Matthew. Matthew's balling out with Cooper Kupp. That's all pretty much what I expected. So that's good. That's good. Nobody's overreacting to the injury. He's a baller. Cooper Kupp's a baller. There's no fluke. Some people say he was a fluke. He wasn't a fluke. He's been balling. 166 of you in here. 74 thumbs up. Punch that thumb up button. Let's go. This right here, Jerry Jeudy, there was his outburst on Sunday. We thought maybe there could be a potential suspension. Looks like he's just going to get fined. So no suspension for Jerry Jeudy, but where do you rank him after a 3 TD performance? Wide receiver 3 lock? We'll see. Tyler Huntley could play. We'll find out more on that one, and we'll know more about Lamar as the week unfolds, so get ready for that. Ayuk is definitely going to have an uptick in volume, Slick, with the injury to Deebo, so that's a good topic for sure. Start Rashad White or Ayuk in the flex. That's probably where his Ayuk statement came from. I'd probably say this is something we hit later in the week. I think they're both very good plays. Ayuk might be a tad bit safer given the absence of Deebo, but and Brock Purdy is a good quarterback in my opinion. Fire up Jeudy, says Alejandro. Appreciate you, my guy. And that is the news as of right now. Nothing new to report other than what we've already reported here on the show. And we'll start talking about more as more news rolls in. Actually, I can hit the news wires real quick and read off anything else that I may have not covered that's smaller or maybe just coming in. Yeah, we already got the Cooper Kupp information here. Deebo, Brock Purdy, oblique will be limited Tuesday, but don't expect Brock Purdy to miss any time. He does have the oblique injury. Tyreek Hill ankle was limited on Tuesday. Hill briefly left Week 14's game, but he looks fine. Jeff Wilson did not practice Tuesday. We have no real indication on what's going on for week number 15, but he definitely crapped the bed for everybody that owned him. Mari Cooper didn't practice. Let's see here. Lamar Jackson did not practice. Probably out another week, I would say at least. So hang tight on that. Tyler Huntley practiced on Tuesday. He's looking like there's a shot to play, like I said earlier. Kyler Murray, torn ACL, got that report already taken care of at the top of the show. Aaron Jones practiced on Tuesday. Kenny Pickett has entered the NFL concussion protocol. Ron Navy, keep us posted. Jeff Saturday wants to continue coaching in 2023. I hope they give him a shot. I hope they give him a fair shot. Davis Mills is not committed to as the quarterback walking into week 15. J.K. Dobbins said he's not fully recovered from his 2021 torn ACL. Is still not me all the way yet, says Dobbins after leading the Baltimore backfield in week 14 against the Steelers, finishing with 120 yards and a touchdown on 15 totes of the rock. It's going to be interesting where we rank J.K. Dobbins in the remaining weeks. Mike White said he's ready to roll for week 15. Dameon Pierce will miss week 15 and possibly week 16. I forgot to get that news report on screen. I forgot about that one. Let's talk about that. What a bummer. What a bummer. We knew this could be coming down the way. It was definitely a possibility, and everybody's been asking me over the last couple weeks about this, or last couple hours about this one. This news is devastating. Dameon Pierce will miss week 15 and possibly week 16. And that puts his week 17 in jeopardy too, because if he comes back injured, how good's he going to look? Benjamin was released by the Texans. Cole Beasley signed with the Bills, which is really interesting. And that's all she wrote. That is the news. Now it's time to get to the voicemails. Actually, let's check the super chats real quick, and then we're going to go to the voicemails right at about 20 to 22 minutes into the show. Every single show now, Monday through Friday only, not the evening shows. Monday through Friday, I answer your voice messages from my Instagram exclusive group. And if you want to become a part of that Instagram exclusive group, you go to my Instagram, The Fantasy Football Show, which is the same handle as my YouTube. On The Fantasy Football Show on Instagram, on my profile, you'll see a subscribe button. For $4.99, you will get into an exclusive chat group, which you can communicate amongst each other and get like-minded people to help you out on the hour, on the daily, on the weekly. And it's amazing just to hang out with other people that are in this group, right? But any voice messages that are left, I play on the show. So you leave a voicemail for me, and I play it on the show. And I go through the amount of voicemails left, and when I'm done, I'll mark it and say the next voicemails left after this point will be played on the next show. And I go through them, and it's an amazing way to get direct access to not only me, but to the environment, the community, because a lot of these I'll ask the community to vote if I'm unsure of it, because you guys know a whole heck of a lot more than one person collectively. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. So let's get to those after we get to these super chats real quick. Super chat, Slayer, appreciate your $2 hauler. Need hope and prayers to make it to the playoffs. Well, we've got you, bro. Sending you to the moon.
To the moon.
Appreciate you. To the moon, Slayer. Let's see here. Let me go back. I'll come back to this in 1 second. Let me just get over to the news real quickly and get rid of these super chats here. Jaime, worried about ETN and Saquon? I'm worried about both of them for sure, bro. But would I sit one? It depends on my options. Barkley, I find it hard pressed to sit Barkley. Like, who are you putting in place of Barkley? Very questionable player, I would imagine anyway. No. ETN, I don't know. You got 3 Pollard type players, and of course you could sit ETN for a player like that. But am I sitting ETN for like another guy that has as much question marks as he does? No. I'm playing ETN. But I understand your concern, and it's case by case, so bring those cases to me, and we'll hammer them out, my guy. Sup, Smitty, Komet or Dulcich at tight end, pick a flex, full PPR, Swift, ETN, Higgins, Zay Jones. I'm going to go Komet with Fields under center. I feel like that's how he survives. He does well. And then as far as a flex, I'm probably going to go with ETN. Swift didn't get the volume. ETN did get the production and the efficiency, but he got the volume. So, like, it's the only move to make here. I'm not going to play Zay Jones. I like Zay Jones. I play Zay Jones as a wide receiver or a flex, but I'm not sitting ETN for Zay. Higgins dropped a complete dud on everybody, and so did Swift. So while ETN also he got the volume, I'm going to say that it's a little bit safer to go that direction. Okay, let's hit the voicemails now. Again, if you want to become a part of this voicemail community, just go to Instagram, click the subscribe button. Zach, 2-month membership anniversary. Appreciate you. Pick up Burkhead. I don't know, bro. It depends on who you're dropping, but neither of those options are all that attractive to me. So I'm going to say I don't think so. But of course, depends on what you're working with, bro. Okay, let's see here. Okay, here's the first voice message of the day. Marcus.
Hey, Smitty, just trying to see if I should go Deshaun Watson over Justin Fields against the Eagles. And then
Deshaun Watson over Justin Fields. Deshaun Watson over Justin Fields. I can't imagine. Am I wrong for making him take a left? I mean, we'll see what people say, but I can't sit Justin Fields for Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's he hasn't proven anything to me. I'm definitely not doing that.
Beat Knight Wilson over Olave, DJ Chark, and Christian Wilson.
What was this question?
And then if I should do the Aaron Jones, Beat Knight Wilson over Olave, DJ Chark, and Christian Watson.
Let's go to the board on that one. I'm not sure if it's. You guys got to give me full names here. Let's hear this one more time.
Hey, Smitty, just trying.
Let's see. Hold on.
What's up, Smitty? Just wondering if we.
Hold on. Where is it? I lost it.
Just trying to see if I should go Deshaun Watson over Justin Fields against the Eagles.
No.
And then if I should do
no.
The Aaron Jones, Beat Knight Wilson over Olave, DJ Chark, and Christian Watson.
Olave, Chark, and did you say Watson?
Chark and Christian Watson.
What? What are you doing? Who are you listening to, bro? Marcus, you're supposed to be a part of our community. Christian Watson? You're going to sit Fields and Watson when it matters most? What are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? Christian Watson's a lock. If that's Garrett Wilson, you're taking 8 laps today on this call. On this one message, you're taking 8 laps. It's either Jones or Knight. I like Olave a lot, but it's either Jones or Knight. 8 laps, bro. If this is Garrett Wilson, we're seriously having issues here. You could easily argue Aaron Jones or Knight. I think this is probably your safe play. This is your high risk, high reward play. Or actually, I like Olave a lot. I don't know. Can we vote on this one? Can we vote on Olave, Jones, and Knight? Aaron Jones, B. Knight, or Olave? Please vote for Marcus, who's on a lap right now, probably not able to read your responses yet, but he'll be back soon after he takes 15 laps on that question. Marcus, I do appreciate you. So thank you for being a member. Hopefully you're okay with a little tough love and you're not taking offense by all that. Ryan.
I'm picking up Z Knight and dropping Corey Davis. Picking up Chris Moore and dropping P. Ryan. Just wondering if you think Chris Moore or Richie James would be a better pickup on the wide receiver mark.
Got a lot of Olave votes, by the way. I'm kind of feeling that too. Olave might eat. I'm gonna go ahead and say Olave as well. I like that. Well, no. Bam or Olave, man. I like Bam Knight a lot. I'm gonna go Olave though. I'm gonna go Olave on this one, especially if it's PPR. As for this question, what did Brian even ask? I forget.
I'm picking up Z Knight and dropping Corey Davis.
Oh, okay. So excellent move. Smitty approved. You should have already actually take a lap. You should have already had B Knight. I told you to pick up Knight, Bam Knight last week. Zonovan Knight should not be on waivers. So take a lap. One more lap. We got a lot of laps today. I'm a little disappointed in the start of this. We've got a lot of laps being taken now. I think you're going to take a lap on this next one.
Picking up Chris Moore and dropping P. Ryan. Just wondering if you think Chris Moore or Richie James would be a better pickup.
I mean, if you need a wide receiver badly, and you're not just trying to stock up on players you'll never use, then I suppose, bro. But I'm not dropping P. Ryan. P. Ryan's he's a valuable handcuff. So I will go ahead and say I'm not doing that. I'm keeping P. Ryan. Ryan again.
Do we drop Deebo just so we can get somebody else in off the waivers? I seen your update on it, and it sounded like you don't think he's going to come back until maybe last week anyway.
I would say because Shanahan's capable. This is what I believe should happen. Let me put it this way: every time I bet on Shanahan and what he'll do, I'm half the time, if not more, wrong. So maybe you hold him unless there's an amazing option like Bam Knight sitting out there. Past that, like I'm not dropping for Chris Moore or something. I'd take the chance that Shanahan rushes Deebo back out onto the field, and I don't know, but is case dependent, bro.
Do you think Okonkwo, Knox, or Komet is a better ad than just keeping Dulcich?
Komet. I like Komet. When Fields is on the field, Komet is balling. And so I'll probably go with Komet. But very arguable. Okonkwo is pretty good. He's been very consistent. Dulcich is decent and solid. Like, this is a preference thing. I don't think there's a real legit answer to this question. It's more about trying to predict volatility at a position that's very volatile. I would probably go Komet given the upside he has when he's on fire and on his game and when Fields is throwing to him. So I'd probably say that. Next one.
Do you think Okonkwo, Knox, or Komet is a better ad?
Johnny.
What up, Smitty? I got Lamar 2 weeks in a row, and I'm on a 3 losing streak, and somehow I'm still in the playoffs.
Attaboy.
But I need to get a new quarterback off waivers. Who would you choose for the best matchup this week and rest of season? Mike White, Tannehill, Goff, or Purdy? Thanks.
I like Purdy a lot. The weapons are there, but because Deebo went down, I'm going to go Goff. I'm going to say Goff. It's hard to say that because Goff's not an exciting name, but again, like we said last week, he trips and falls into 2 TDs and 250 because of the weapons he has, the arsenal of talent. And we can say negative things about the running game last week. Swift and Jamal crapped the bed. or the Lions coaching staff crapped the bed. They didn't really crap the bed, but it's all encompassing, one and the same. You can't separate situation from talent, a coach from a player. They are what they are. They're scoring what they're scoring, and they flopped. But there's so many weapons there to catch the football, run the football. Goff is probably your safest bet. I like Mike White a lot. We got a $20 hauler. We got to take care of this right now. $20 hauler from Robert Mitchell doing his thing like he always does. $20 hauler from Robert. Robert, appreciate you, my guy. Making it rain in the studio. Making it rain in the studio. That's my dude, Robert. He's been making it rain for quite some time. And guilty, this is an old one. Where's Robert's super chat? Robert, appreciate your $20 hauler. Robert says, Dobbins, Strong, Elijah Moore on waivers. What order should I put them in? Waivers are tonight. I will put one of these in my flex if Walker isn't healthy. Thoughts on Walker playing Thursday night, and should I chance him? So if Walker plays and we don't have an indication that he's going to be limited, I would play him, Robert. As long as, but will we be made assured? Will we feel assured that he would not be limited? I don't know. So case by or minute by minute. Okay, we got to take that as it comes. I will say that if I was picking up these guys, Strong, Elijah Moore, and Dobbins, I'm going Dobbins. Dobbins feels like the most capable of getting the most amount of work. Even though I feel like it's a trap half the time in this backfield, I like Dobbins the most of the players you listed. We don't really know if Damian Harris is going to come in. I like Strong a lot. Strong's a very good player, but there's too many moving parts. There's too many unknowns, and JK feels like he's atop the depth chart right now, even though he even said he's not 100%. So that's how I would rank that. Put JK in, put Strong in as a second claim. And then just in case you don't get him, and then we'll wait and see on Walker. But if Walker's playing without limitations, we're going to probably roll with him. Although JK is a safe-ish option that I worry about. So we'll take it as it comes. Appreciate you. Let's get back to the voice messages, and then I'll get to the rest of the super chats that you guys have been dropping. Robert, to the moon. Appreciate Robert for dropping that $20 hauler. Johnny, did I answer your question?
What up, Smitty? I got Lamar 2 weeks in a row, and I'm on. Who would you choose for the best matchup this week and rest of season?
Oh, Goff.
Mike
Yeah.
White, Tannehill, Goff.
Crapshoot. Thanks.
All right, what's this one? This is by Greg. Greg.
Hey, Smitty, could you talk about the relevance or lack thereof of rumors about starting Jeff Driscoll and Yahoo? Picked up Chitty last week, and Driscoll is an option to try to pull a fast one on some people, or is he more like a Taysom Hill crapshoot? Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys look at this? Look how this bill landed right on the football. That was a pretty impressive shot there. That was a pretty impressive shot. Look, Driscoll's. Let's pull up Driscoll's line here. He's listed as a quarterback though, so I don't know what you're referencing as far as like Taysom Hill and Yahoo. Is he have what kind of eligibility does he have in Yahoo? Am I missing something on Driscoll? Does he have like a tight end eligibility? I'm not sure what you mean on that. Hit me back with the follow up on that one. Is that what he means? Let's see here. Lewis.
What's up, Smitty? Just wondering if we had any news on Walker's availability for Thursday. I think yesterday he was expected limited in practice. Not really sure what they mean by that, but what's up, Smitty? Just wondering if we had any news on Walker's availability for Thursday. I know.
Yeah, so we don't have an update yet. We'll have to play it by ear. I think it's too early in the week to know for sure. As far as Driscoll, I guess Driscoll, if he's got tight end eligibility in Yahoo, which I didn't know about actually. So thank you for alerting me to that. Maybe that is. It says right here, Jeff Driscoll reports that Texans are expected to keep using both Davis Mills and Driscoll next week. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that Driscoll had tight end eligibility in Yahoo leagues. That's very, very interesting. He was 4 of 6 for 1 touchdown and 38 yards. He also ran the ball 7 times for 36 yards. I would say certainly. That is crazy. That's crazy. Yahoo's got him as a tight end. I would say for sure, if you can pick him up, and that's like a cheat code. I like that. Nice job, bro. Bringing that to our attention. I didn't know. I don't play in a lot of Yahoo leagues. I know about Taysom Hill all the time, being as a quarterback tight end, but I talk about that all the time. But Driscoll, they still may use him if he's going to potentially, if you're in a bind and you have no tight end, your tight end's set for like 2 points, and you're in Yahoo, you may put Driscoll in if he's going to throw for 38 yards and a touchdown and then run 7 times for 36 yards. It's not bad. I mean, it's high risk, but sometimes, everyone's rolling with high risk at their tight end spot. Lewis.
But I'm also wondering, since I have ETN and Walker and even Saquon in tough matchups this week, but I've been rolling with those guys all year, so not much I can do about that. McKinnon going up against Houston, is that more like a Pacheco game script probably? Because he could be one of the guys that fills in for either of the guys I mentioned before.
Yeah, so as far as McKinnon Pacheco, my advice is to still start Pacheco unless you have an amazing option that just, like Pollard or something like that. Of course, Pacheco's still usably, still getting a lot of carries. I would say McKinnon I'm using as a flex in large leagues. Would I do it in a medium league? It depends on my options, but I believe he's got value. I do like McKinnon. He's the top pickup of the week. We talked about this earlier. This is the waiver wire order for week number 15. So if you missed that show, here you go. Right on the screen here, McKinnon's the top running back pickup, Chuba Hubbard, Damian Harris, and then on top of that, we talked about the fact that Damian Harris is all-encompassing as strong. We'll put strong on here anyway, just so his name's on here. I did talk about it in the waiver wire show, though. I said that Damian Harris, strong, all need to be considered. So let's put strong on the screen though, and put him like right here. Let's move everybody down just so it's clear. I don't want people to think I'm not suggesting Strong and Harris both have value. They both do. You could even say like Chuba Hubbard is down here because Strong looks so strong. But Chuba, we don't know what he's going to get week in and week out. He's been getting consistent work though, so he's definitely an option. But these are your waiver wire guys for week number 15. I like McKinnon a lot. Blake.
I can no longer benefit from Kyler Murray. Would you use T-Law from here on, or would you try to put Deshaun Watson to the test?
Dude, T-Law just went crazy. You go T-Law. You give T-Law his flowers. You can put him in the lineup.
I have Saquon, JT, Walker, ETN, Stephon Diggs, Olave, Garrett Wilson, Treylon Burks. Given the lineups or the matchups that they have this week, who would you recommend I start? Or should we wait close to the weekend for that question?
Yeah, I mean, let's go let's a little bit too long to break down the whole question,
Saquon,
but
JT,
I would say
Walker, ETN.
So Saquon and JT, I think you're playing.
Stephon Diggs.
Diggs, you're playing. Olave, you're playing. Garrett Wilson, you're playing.
Treylon Burks.
Not playing Burks over those guys.
So the matchups that they have this week, who would you recommend?
It would be like ETN versus your who was your wide receiver? Olave. It'd be like ETN versus Olave is what your dilemma is going to be, unless you can start 3 wide receivers and an additional flex, then you're covered.
Well, this is a waiver question, and I know you did the waiver show recently, but would you pick up McKinnon, Dobbins, or Evan Ingram this week?
McKinnon, Dobbins?
This is a waiver question, and I know you did the waivers show recently, but would you pick up McKinnon, Dobbins, or Evan Ingram?
Probably Dobbins, unless you were struggling at tight end. Yeah, I would say J.K. Dobbins has the most value. Let's get to the rest of the Super Chats. Thank you for all the voice messages. And again, if you guys want to become part of this voicemail leaving crew, you get on over to The Fantasy Football Show on Instagram. On my profile, you click on my profile, that subscribe button for $4.99 a month. That's it, $4.99. You get into an exclusive chat group where you can talk amongst each other, get quick help from like-minded people that are also subscribed. You know, they're paying $4.99 a month, so they're serious about getting back to each other, and it's a great place to get serious answers instead of people like clowning on you because you ask a question in the comments somewhere, you know, on Instagram or something. So it's an amazing group to be a part of, and if you leave a voicemail, I will get to it. So all these questions answered. All questions from this point on will be addressed tomorrow. So appreciate my Instagram group dropping those. I think we got a couple voicemails from the OG voicemail group number 2. Kevin.
Hey, shout out to the Smithmeister. This is Kevin. Hey, you made it possible for me to make it 5 for 5 in all my leagues heading into the playoffs. Hey, I just wanted to know, what kind of advice are you giving the people that have the lower seeded teams right now? How do we get this first round win in the playoffs right now? This is where the work really happens, and we can upset some people.
That's a vague question, bro. Pull your pants up, tie your shoelaces, get your best starters out there. Don't get cute. Don't overthink your team. That's the best way to win. The guys that got you here, trust in them. And if you've got ETN or guys like that and you're contemplating some very questionable play, be careful. Robert.
Hey, Smitty, for the playoffs, please rank the following: Mike Evans, Zay Jones, Elijah Moore, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and DJ Chark.
Mike.
Thanks, Smitty. Appreciate all the help. We're in.
Good job, man. Mike Evans and probably Zay Jones would be my top 2 of that group, and then it becomes kind of cloudy and pretty even. But I would go Zay Jones. He's getting targeted like crazy. I know he busted 2 weeks ago and then did okay last week. But that bust of a nothing burger 2 weeks ago really burned some people, but he's still really, really targeted, and I'm not sitting Mike Evans. I don't care.
I have Damian Pierce, who's most likely out, and Damian Harris. So if both can't go, would you rather have Kevin Harris, Pierre Strong, or Rex Burkhead?
Strong. I'd take the chance on Strong, but there's no guarantee of any kind. Robert again.
Hey, Smitty, one more thing. Could you also talk about your view of Rachaad White at this point after this past week? Thanks.
Yeah, White's tough to rank right now because we're not sure how much of his struggles were. It was a very, very, very tough matchup. He still got, let's pull up his game log. He still got 13 carries. He got 4.3 yards a pop. He still got 5 catches for 5 receptions, or 5 targets for 5 receptions for 21 yards. Still a pretty decent day. And Leonard Fournette, if we compare Leonard Fournette's game log from last week to Rachaad White's, Leonard Fournette had 4 carries for 13 yards, 7 targets for 6 receptions for 33 yards. So still, both are getting targeted and thrown the football. The football is getting thrown in their direction almost equally at this point. Fournette with 7 targets in back-to-back games, but 4 carries for 13 yards still feels like it's Rachaad White's backfield. So my advice would be to assume that Rachaad White is still the starter. And so Rachaad White is the starter, and I'm still starting him in a bunch of different scenarios. Let's see here. This one's from Ryan.
What's going on, Smitty? This year with the injuries, man, I can't take it. Lost Brees earlier this year, Javonte in a bunch of leagues. Just lost Kyler in my home league. I picked up Huntley a few weeks ago, as per you. I picked up Mike White a few weeks ago because I love him. Who should I start moving forward? I did put a claim in for Purdy, so if I do end up getting Purdy, which of the three moving forward?
Yeah, so...
A few weeks ago, stay in a bunch of leagues, just lost Kyler in my home league. I picked up Huntley a few weeks ago, as per you. I picked up Mike White a few weeks ago because I love him. Who should I start moving forward? I did put a claim in for Purdy.
I would say...
If I do end up getting Purdy, which of the three moving forward?
I would say Mike White, probably. But Purdy's a very decent option. I could go back and forth with Purdy and Mike White until Huntley proves healthy, you know. But I would say Mike White's safer.
Driscoll, the quarterback on Houston Texans. He's got tight end eligibility and Yahoo Fantasy in case anybody wants to, maybe grab him. I was wondering if you think he was worth a potential stash, especially since I already have Taysom on the bench for the same reason.
Yeah, in Yahoo, it's interesting. In other formats, in other league management, they don't have them listed as tight end. So it's a very, very, very solid piece of information. Thank you, Ryan. And I think Ryan said it. Who else said it in the chat? It's really good information. Driscoll threw a touchdown, ran the ball, I think 7 or 8 times we showed. So Driscoll, the quarterback, the rotating quarterback, and they still say they plan to use both quarterbacks. Driscoll is eligible at tight end in Yahoo leagues. I might tell Miss Smitty that in her work league to help get her a better upgrade. So we'll go with the rest of these voicemails after we hit these super chats out of the water here. Zinski, appreciate you, the Zinski Meister. 3 ETN, Judy, Bam, Kenneth Walker. So for right now, it's ETN, Judy, and Bam. If Kenneth Walker is in play and we feel very confident about his workload, then I think we can comfortably say that Walker needs to be in your lineup. The question is, do you take out Judy coming off a 3 TD game, or do you take out ETN who's coming off a 17 carry game but a nothing burger? I think we got to take that. We got to play that by ear, Zinski. I don't think we're ready to lock in until we know if I could give you a bunch of different scenarios, but I'd say until we know that Walker's a full go, in a tough matchup, right now you're leaving him on the bench for the time being. And you've got Kirk as well. I just saw that. It's Bam, ETN, and Judy for me for the moment, but I do want to put Kenneth Walker into this conversation. We just got to wait and see. But he wouldn't be removing Bam. Bam's too consistent right at this moment. Isaac with a $5 hauler. Can't believe I'm asking. Have ETN, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Hollywood, and Cuffs on the bench. Sit ETN, also add Mason and drop Purdy. Depends if you want an RB and if you need a quarterback. Purdy's a good quarterback. You've got Watson and Fields. I almost fear you giving Purdy to somebody that might be struggling at quarterback, but you could always look at all your teams that you're going to be facing. And if all of them have solid quarterbacks, then I wouldn't worry so much about holding or retaining Purdy. But Mason is also another guy. If Chris McCaffrey went down, Mason would go crazy. So they both kind of have that cuff value, or that, not cuff value for Purdy, but like a hidden value that you could maybe exploit, later. QBs or Fields, yeah. Keeper league too, though. Wow, keeper league. I probably pick up Purdy. I probably don't drop Purdy. I probably keep Purdy if it's a keeper league. If it's a limited keeper league, I'm not worried about him because he's not going to make a limited number of keepers. So. But as for ETN, I don't sit ETN for Donovan Peoples-Jones or Hollywood, especially with Kyler going down on the Hollywood front. A lot of people might like Donovan Peoples-Jones over ETN. I just couldn't do it there. I'm not there yet. I might be digging my heels in and regret it later, but I'm not there yet. I'm concerned, but 17 carries was still a lot of work. Lions D is legit. They have been holding some big names to low points. Thank you, Jaime, for that. Appreciate your insight there, my guy. Wallace dropping a $5 hauler. Wallace says Godwin or Christian Watson in the flex. You can't sit Christian Watson right now. You just can't. I'm not saying to sit Godwin, but I'm telling you not to sit Christian Watson. Find another way to get Godwin into the lineup. It's week 2 of the playoffs. Why are you playing the playoffs in week 14? It makes no sense. Not your fault, but your commissioner. If I win, I'm in the ship. Attaboy. Weird week setup for this league. It is very weird, Wallace. I don't know what your commissioner's doing. It's self-serving to do that, I think. Zach says you missed my super chat. No, I didn't, Zach. I did not. Zach, I'm looking, and I don't see your super chat, my guy. I don't think you super chatted, Zach. Maybe, Zach, you did one of those YouTube exclusive questions, and I read it already. Joe dropping this super chat here. $6 hauler. Need my team. Need a win. Joe Burrow, Swift, Walker, Hill, Chase, Fant, DK, benches, ETN, Lat Murray, Cordero Patterson, Rashad White, Elijah Moore, James Williams. Jamal Williams, maybe? Jamal Williams. Any improvements? Keep in mind how... okay, let's see here. Swift. Joe Burrow, Swift, Walker, Hill, Chase, Fant, DK, benches, ETN. ETN for Walker for the time being. Rashad White. I mean, is Rashad White better than Swift this week, guys? ETN or Tony Pollard for the rest of the season? Jordan, how do you ask this question right now, Jordan? You know what I'm saying? Like, Pollard is exploding, and he's consistent, and he keeps doing it. You can't sit Pollard. Even for ETN, you can't do it. You can't do it, Jordan. I'm not going to make you take a lap on this one because I feel your pain, and I've been talking about ETN all year long, and I've been saying stick with them, and I still say to some extent stick with them, but you don't sit Tony Pollard, fellow Moon Man, dropping fire all over. ETN or Swift, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking rank ETN, Swift, and Rashad White in that order. Rank ETN, Rashad White, and Swift. Please rank the order of those three. I won't answer that, Smitty. Love ETN, but he's making my heart hurt. Yeah, you can't sit Tony Pollard. Plain and simple. There's just no debating this topic. Okay? Tony Pollard's a lock. Lock him in. But I do need the chat to rank Swift, Walker, and Rashad White. Pacheco or Walker this week? It depends on Walker, man. I mean, I could guess for you right now, but what good's that going to do? Okay, rank those guys for me. We need to do this for Joe. ETN phone home, says Robert. Let's go. ETN, Swift, Rashad White, rank them. Smitty, Fields or T-Law? Broncos D, a good play. Man, what do I do? I mean, T-Laws. I would say you can't question Fields because Fields has just got the potential. Walker, Swift, White, Hollywood. Come on, guys. I need you to vote Walker, White, Swift, White, or Knight this week. I'm going to go Knight, probably. Walker, White, Swift. This is Travis. This is a tough question, man. As for week number 15, you've got Fields. Is he at home or away? I'm forgetting. I'm blanking out on Fields if he's at home or he's at home against the Eagles, right? He's at home. Trevor Lawrence. We go on T-Law at home. He's against the Cowboys, though. I'm going to go with Fields, man. That's a tough call, though. That's a tough call, broski. I'm going to say put ETN for Walker right now. And I'm going to say leave Swift in over White for right now. Let's readdress this question, Joe. I hate to to not give you like a concrete answer, but there's a lot of volatility with all these players. That's my initial take. My initial take is not my final take on this question. I'm sorry. I wish I could lock it in for you, but there's no way to. And I appreciate your super chat, and I appreciate the conversation. It's a great question. It got a lot of people like going in different directions. T-Law, White, or Deshaun Watson this week. You got to go T-Law after that game. He's looking good. He's in a rhythm. Maybe he gets ETN back on track as well. I'm not sitting ETN unless I have a very, very solid option. Walker, ETN, Olave, pick 2. You're going ETN and Olave, obviously. And then if Walker comes back and he's ready to rumble, then I think you can contemplate putting him over ETN, but not over Olave. And if I could get a group vote on this one, Walker, ETN, Olave, pick 2. Walker, ETN, Olave, please vote for Two Tonys, asking in his super chat for your advice. He wants the group chat to vote. Peter, ETN or B-Rob? I'm probably going ETN. Deontay, Juju, Lazard, Gallup. Probably going Juju. Thank you for your super chat. Do I pick up Ingram if Taysom is my tight end? I probably would, and then you contemplate which one to start each week. I wouldn't cut Taysom necessarily. I still think that a lot of his value is later on. You know what I mean? He's more of if they put him in a quarterback, he's a league-winning cheat code. If they don't, he's an okay play, but maybe Ingram's safer, bro. Ingram just dropped 2 TDs and 170 yards. You got to put him in if you can get him. Pick 1, 0.5 PPR, Mike Williams, Swift, Rashad White, ETN. God, I mean, safety, maybe Mike Williams is your safe play. He's very volatile, though. So is he safe? He feels safe, but is he really safe? We don't know. I would probably go, at this moment in time, I would either lean going safe with Mike Williams, or I would go ETN. And I'm just riding and dying on the ETN rebound in this particular situation, which I know it's tough to do, but I also feel like he's earned it. And in this situation, it's tough. I mean, Swift is very tough to sit, though, but he also is tough to play. I don't know. Chat, vote on this one. Pick 1, 0.5 PPR. Mike Williams in 0.5, not full PPR. Mike Williams, Swift, Rashad, or ETN. Maybe Rashad White's the safest, but he's still splitting work. I'm going to go ETN. I may live to regret it, but that's just how I feel. I feel like the 17 carries was a lot of volume. I don't think that he's fallen out of favor. It just was bad usage for sure. Is Jeff Driscoll playing Sunday? We don't know. We don't know who's starting. Smitty, talk about Stevenson's high ankle injury. There's no news. The latest I have on this, Ron, I'm glad you brought it up, is that he was ruled out for the remainder of the game. There is no real hardcore. There's only speculation. My guess is that he'll be very questionable to play week 15, but will not be he's out multiple weeks unless he suffers yet another setback in practice or running on it right now or something. But the fact that he came out of the game, taped it up, went back into the game, and the tape's only going to hold so long, because that tape is there to stabilize it. It's there for a reason. They're not just taping it to hope that it doesn't get re-injured, or they tape it so he can actually go be mobile with it. The tape obviously didn't hold in a way that made him capable of running. Then the swelling started to kick in, I can almost guarantee you, and then he couldn't go back in the game. So that's probably why he didn't return, as his swelling. Once the adrenaline and the swelling kick in, an injury that you could still play on initially becomes something more. So I would say he's very questionable for this week, but I don't know if he'll miss multiple games, but he's going to be very, very questionable for this week. I'm still getting through all the super chats. I know some people are saying that I missed their super chat. I didn't. I'm still getting through them. Unless Isaac, you're saying that you super chatted up above and I missed it. Isaac Taylor, I got to this one, Isaac. I just answered that one. Maybe you're behind, bro? You said, I can't believe I'm asking this, ETN, Donovan Peoples-Jones. I said I would go ETN. I also said that If it's a keeper league, but not limited keeper league, you can keep everybody or something, or a big chunk of players, then I keep Purdy. But if it's a limited keeper league, then I don't. I got to that one. Smitty, talk about it. Oh, I got that one. Okay, that one's out of the way. Tyler with the super chat. Top two in order this week. Geno, Cousins, T-Law, Goff. Give me T-Law then Goff. Geno's got a tough matchup. Give me T-Law and Goff in that order. Washington D or Green Bay. Green Bay feels like a trap versus Baker. Maybe. Washington's at home versus the Giants. I kind of like that one a little better. I kind of agree with you. Although I don't hate the Green Bay matchup. I just good question though. This one right here, adding to the last one, super chat, the Green Bay, Washington, or Denver. Denver's at home against the Cardinals with no. Their D's really good. Their offense is not. I guess I go Denver. Cardinals are a wreck. But I don't know. Green Bay's not bad, but you could be right about it being like a trap in a way. Like you think you're going to get something and you don't. But Denver's not a bad play. Washington's not a bad play. There's a very, very close games. I'll probably go Denver. Denver by a hair, bro. $10 holler from Brandon.
To the moon.
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you with the $10 holler, my guy. Brandon says, playoff roster must win. Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Waddle. Fantastic. Pacheco, Singletary, White, Fournette, Kittle. Dulcich kind of drops off a little. Got to figure out running backs need a QB play. I would say give me Purdy for safety, Mike White for a little bit more yardage upside and potential upside, but more risk. I mean, he's been getting rocked, and he was knocked out of the game almost twice, and he's walking in, he's ready to roll, but I worry about it. Purdy's a little safer if you need a safe play, and he should be good for two total touchdowns. So if that's what you need, if not, you can swing big for Mike White or Watson. They probably have a little bit more risk and upside. As far as your running back crew, it's Pacheco, it's Rashad White for me if I've got to pick two. If you've got to pick another one, I'm probably going to go Singletary, I guess. He's there for his touchdown upside. Your wide receivers are on lock, obviously. But very, very good squad, my guy. Very good squad. Even though your running backs are coming in to help out at the right time, but it definitely looks thin. The squad goes like this: Hurts, Etienne, Pollard, Chase, AJ Brown. Would you go Everett or Waller at tight end? We need to feel out the Waller situation. I wish I could give you an answer on that. We have no clue yet. But if he's a full go, then yes, I go Waller. And would you go DK, Garrett Wilson, Olave at flex? I wouldn't be able to sit Garrett Wilson. I just couldn't. I know he didn't have as big a game as we wanted in week 14 as he did in week 13, but I still feel like he's the unsittable player right now. I'm gonna roll with Garrett Wilson. But you can't really go wrong there. They're all really good options. Michael, PPR 2 running back at a flex, please. Mixon and Barkley are your 2 running backs. Your flex is probably gonna be ETN for me. Pacheco's safe. You could go Pacheco and put ETN on the bench, but I would go ETN, Mixon, and Barkley. But that's me. White and Pacheco certainly cases could be made. Michael, cases could be made. Trust your gut. It's very, very close. Ian with a super chat. Hey, Smitty, first round bye and prepping for playoffs. 10 or den. I don't know what that means. Week 16. In Jacksonville, AZ, KC. or Chargers D. Oh, Denver defense. Okay, Denver defense week 16 and Jacksonville AZ, KC, or Chargers D week 17. Bro, this is gonna take some looking into like the schedules and stuff. I would say, hold on, let me try and do this quick. Denver week 16 and Jacksonville AZ KC. Jacksonville AZ KC. Hold on, let me look. Jacksonville AZ KC in week 16. Jacksonville AZ KC. Jacksonville Jets AZ KC Seahawks. AZ, no way. Chargers. Who are the Chargers playing week 16? We're getting a little ahead of ourselves, man. But I would say, oh, Colts. I'll probably say Chargers on that one, bro. 17 currently have the KC and rest of the season. Thanks for the help. Yeah, KC, I like that. KC's a good. Chargers in week 16 is the only suggestion I have there. I'd probably roll with that. Monday night, I like it. Henderson with a super chat. Thank you, Ian, for the super chat. Okay, Smitty, here we go. Starting Barkley and Eckler. Benching Fournette. Now pick 3. Higgins, Gabe Davis, Christian Watson, Kirk, Elijah Moore. Assuming Higgins is not expected to be out or something, like if they say he's going to play, he's much healthier or whatever, you're going Higgins, you're going Christian Watson, you're probably going Kirk, I suppose. If you want to roll the dice, then I guess I would go Gabe Davis over Kirk if you want to roll the dice. But I think Kirk is a safer play. Ronnie Ocho, appreciate your super chat. There's nothing attached. I'll try and look for a question later. Isaac, missed my super chat, Smitty. I did not, Isaac. No problem, Isaac. Appreciate you. Okay, let's see here. Isaac, you're the man. I'm just messing with you. Chris, PPR 2 flex league, pick 3: White, Knight, Judy, or Zay. Probably Knight, Judy, and Zay are the safest. I love Mike White or Rashad White, but I mean Zay's getting targeted so much, and Judy's coming off a 3 TD game. I don't know. I kind of feel like, does anybody disagree? Would anybody go Rashad White, Knight, and Judy, or Rashad White, Knight, and Zay? Or do we put Rashad White on the bench given he's still splitting time? I hate that he's splitting time, but he is splitting time. And Ocho, I found a question here. I think this is what you're wanting here to be addressed. Taysom Hill is on waivers for me. I have Chark in the flex right now because of Pierce injury. I have Mark Andrews at tight end. Do I pick up Taysom and drop James Cook to potentially put him in the flex? I probably look, I like Chark a little bit better than Taysom right now. Taysom's like a weapon you hold. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that he's a deployable weapon right now. He could be. It depends on your scenario. And he's certainly capable, Taysom, at any moment having a big, touchdown, running for 70 yards, throwing a touchdown. It's certainly possible for all those things. All right, we're getting back to the voicemails. And again, if you want to be a part of the voicemail crew, go to Instagram. On my profile, click the subscribe button. And for $4.99, you get into an exclusive chat group on Instagram where you can ask questions. Look, these are all the questions everybody talks. They joke around. They have a good time in the chat. But when you want your question answered, you leave these voice messages. And I'm answering those voice messages. Jim.
Hey, Smitty, I'm trying to decide on my quarterback for my playoff matchup. I've been rolling with Geno all year, but he's got a Thursday night matchup against the Niners, which I don't love. Or would you rather play Deshaun Watson or Mike White this week? Could you rank those 3 quarterbacks?
What did Watson even finish with last week or this past week? What was his exact total? Let's pull it up. Because Watson's just he's a mess to me. I don't know. I don't know that I trust him at all. He scored a touchdown. He ran 6 times for 33 yards. Looked a little bit better, I suppose. His completion percentage was a little bit better. He had 276, but he had 1 INT. His matchup against the Ravens is not great. I go Mike White. Unless Purdy's there, Purdy's definitely a consideration. I probably go Mike White. The Bruce!
Hey, Smitty, which running back out of this year's class would you keep as a keeper in Dynasty? Walker, Hall, Robinson? And if I'm forgetting any, you could name them because I probably am.
I mean, of this rookie class for 2022, it would be Hall. I think Bijan Robinson will be the number 1 dynasty player potentially for me walking into really right now, but into the January content when I drop all the rookie stuff. And I think he's a top 7 potentially overall redraft player, Bijan Robinson. As far as this class, I would say Breece Hall. And I do kind of feel like he's going to have a good recovery. Joseph.
Hey, man, who should I be looking to start? Amari Cooper or George Pickens? Cooper is limited with that hip injury.
I'd say Travis Lawrence. Pickens. Not trusting Cooper right yet. The Bruce!
Hey, Smitty, did you see the thing on the Pat McAfee show where they were talking about trading Aaron Rodgers in the offseason? And if they do, where do you think he should land?
Arizona. I would gladly welcome him to Arizona. But, yeah, it's tough to know where he get traded. I'm sure Denver wants out. I think Denver's getting out of their situation. I mean, what do you do if you're Denver? What do you do? The Niners and Tom Brady rumors will circulate, I'm sure, depending on how Brock Purdy finishes. If he finishes amazingly, they won't even go that way.
What are we doing with James Cook after his poor performance on Sunday? Thanks.
You bench him, I suppose, but cutting him depends on your pickup. McKinnon, I take McKinnon over Cook. Do I take some scrub will never play? No. I probably hold James Cook in that scenario because it's 1 game, and he did have 2 back-to-back games of good targets. But is he usable after a dud week with already being kind of a shaky play? Probably not. Answered all these. Thank you guys for dropping those voice messages. And so I'm going to put a note in here that all the messages after. I think I got to Roberts here.
Hey, Smitty, one more thing. Could you also talk about your view of Rashad White at this point?
Okay, Here's a follow-up by Robert, I think.
Now you're back on the voicemail, so there's Robert. Pick 2. Jeff Wilson Jr., Jerick McKinnon, Cam Akers, and Rashad White. Pick 2 of those 4, please. Thank you.
Let's go.
Jeff Wilson Jr., Jerick McKinnon, Cam Akers, and Rashad White. Pick 2 of those 4, please. Thank you.
McKinnon and Rashad White, my guy. McKinnon and Rashad White. Andrew, I'm going to get to yours, even though you left it after the cutoff. I got you, pal.
Hey, Smitty, a little late here, but got a couple questions for you. I did pick up I don't know how to say his name. That chick is something, Oquino. Over Hunter Henry, and did well for me. Did more than Henry.
All right, pick up the pace, Andrew.
But now I got Fields back and had him stacked with Komet. So do you keep that stack or go with Okonkwo?
There you go.
But if Burks is back, obviously might bench him. And then I got D-Hop and Pittman probably locked in.
It sounds like he's listening to like Braveheart on full blast in the background. Like it's like the end scene, or it's hold, like literally blaring. Like this guy doesn't even turn it down. Andrew, this is training right here. Andrew's training. He's training for being able to have multiple stimuli at once for his drafting. And then he's able to concentrate. There's screaming going on. Bob's yelling in the corner. He's focused on his draft. Andrew trains in this. He absorbs this stuff.
And then DJ Chark, Palmer, Sutton, and Carter.
I don't know what the question is, though, Andrew.
Michael Carter to choose for
Andrew,
flex.
can you? Yeah,
Thanks. And then I got D-Hop and Pittman probably locked in. And then DJ Chark, Palmer, Sutton, and Carter. Michael Carter to choose for flex.
Probably Chark at this moment, Andrew. But I think I got your question. Maybe we'll just ask the question at the top, my boy. Appreciate you. So we got all those answered. Andrew, appreciate you, my guy, for dropping that. Tighten it up. That's all we ask. Tighten it up. Andrew's the man. Andrew, you're the dude. You are the dude, Andrew. All right, let's see if we can get to... It's got Braveheart in the background. It sounded like... I will have my... It was Gladiator, maybe. I will have my vengeance in this week. 15 or the next. Sit 2 this week. Kamara, Knight, Godwin, Olave, Donovan Peoples-Jones. I'm not sitting Kamara. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I understand, but I'm not doing it. I'm not sitting Knight. Boy, I don't know. I guess I start... Who are you sitting here? Donovan Peoples-Jones. I know he's doing well, but you can't start him over these options, I don't think. You're sitting Olave or Godwin. You're sitting Olave or Godwin. I don't know with Donovan Peoples-Jones. I don't know which one at this point. Andrew says his mic's too good picking up. Andrew, what was the movie playing in the background? Was it one of those like TMC like Western love stories, or was it Braveheart? It was one or the other, bro. But let us know. We're really interested what actual selection was chosen in the background to play. I enjoyed it, to be honest with you. It almost put me to sleep. It was calming, Andrew. But we do want to know what actual movie that was. Who we benching here? Sit Godwin. I have a feeling about Olave this week. Benching Christian Watson or Mike White? Is that a super flex question, bro? You're not sitting Christian Watson. Yeah, it sounded like a romance. It was like some cowboy riding home, coming home after about a 1 year ride, out on the road. Or The Notebook. That could have been The Notebook. Andrew, what was it? Yeah, maybe I do sit. I don't know. Godwin's hard to sit, but I think I do sit Godwin over that. Godwin in the shootout with Cincinnati. Now look at that. Space Ricky's getting me excited about Godwin now. I don't know. That's a tough one, bro. Jay, can we come back to this one later in the week? It's a little early to lock it in, but I would say I'm leaning toward... Maybe you sit Knight. Maybe you sit Knight and Donovan Peoples-Jones. Look, I hate sitting Knight too, but sometimes you got to sit a guy that's not as proven for a long period of time. For now, I'm going to say Knight and Donovan Peoples-Jones. I hate saying that. Driscoll tidbit. Yeah, it was a good tidbit. Thank you for dropping that, guys. Freiermuth and Njoku or Taysom Hill. I mean, if Njoku's healthy, he's pretty solid. Taysom Hill's like a longer shot. Freiermuth is kind of a steady Eddie. Who do I like more between Freiermuth and Njoku? I mean, if I had to pick somebody for the remainder of the year, I trust Freiermuth more. Because I think Njoku's an injury risk, So if we're talking like that. But, I mean, Freiermuth had a touchdown, 33 yards, not bad. And Njoku, let's see, Njoku, he's always hurt, man. I just have a feeling if you're picking one of these guys up and you can only hold one, I'd rather go with the guy that I know is not going to get hurt. Njoku, 59 yards and a touchdown, but he had a touchdown the week prior. 29 yards. I'd say Njoku, if you could hold both of them, I'd go Njoku this. Well, would I this week, though? Pat Freiermuth has got a Carolina matchup. I'd probably go Freiermuth this week. But I like Njoku. I don't think I'd leave him out there. I think I want to have both of them. It's a good question, though. It's a good question, Matt. Appreciate you, Matt. This one's a $10 hauler.
To the moon.
From the man known as Ryan Bradford. Ryan Bradford dropping a $10 hauler, dropping D. Robinson for strong. Deebo is out, need a filler. I've got DJ Moore on the bench. Best waivers, Campbell, Elijah Moore, Richie James, Juwan Jennings, McKenzie, Hodgins. I kind of like this idea for strong. That's not bad. If you need a wide receiver, I do like McKenzie, even though he didn't quite do what we'd hoped in this week. This entire Bills offense didn't. I like McKenzie the most as a wide receiver. I like Strong a lot, too. Those are my two favorite from that. Thank you, Ryan. $20 hauler from Luis Mendez. Luis Mendez dropping a $20 wad on screen. Luis, make it rain. Appreciate you, Luis. Appreciate you, good buddy. Lewis dropping a 20 spot on the screen. Lewis says, Smitty, should I start DK and Walker versus the Niners? Also, who should I start? ETN, Rashad White, Walker, Strong, McLaurin, DK, DJ Chark, and Njoku, Tua, Fields, and Mike White. Hope I'll win. My team has horrible matches. It's a tough one, bro, because we don't know what's going on with Walker. We don't know what's going on with Strong. We don't know what's going on with, obviously, the running game in New England, so we have to wait on that. So there's a lot of waiting here. I would say I'm probably starting ETN, Rashad White, and Walker if Walker's playing. And then I'm starting DK, and I'm starting McLaurin, and I'm probably, if I need to start another wide receiver, I do like Chark. He's not a bad play at all. But it really just comes down to ETN and Rashad White and Walker. And if you can only start two of those guys, you're going to start, in my opinion, ETN and Walker if Walker's a full go. But White is a very safe backup plan if Walker can't play. And if, let's say, Walker can't play and you got to roll with ETN and White and you have McLaurin, DK, and Chark playing, you still need another flex, then, Strong might be there for you, but we'll have to wait and see. As far as tight end, you're going to Njoku. Your quarterback's got to be, I think, Fields. I don't think I trust Tua, and I think Fields is too hard to sit. So hopefully that helps you. I don't know if I got it all correct in that order that you need it, but I would say ETN is a lock for me in your situation. I know a lot of people might want to sit him, but in your situation, I would not sit him. Rashad White is pretty much a lock unless you can only go two RBs in Walker. I would replace him if Walker's a full go, but he has to be a full go, my guy. He has to be a full go. If there's a follow-up, Lewis, please hit me with it, and I will respond. Thank you so much. Looking for replacement for QB. Thanks to Kyler. Sitting with first-round bye, so I have an extra week. Options are Purdy, T-Law, Carr, Smitty, you rock, and Rashad White. I go T-Law. Purdy is a nice second option, though. I think he is. He's got a lot of weapons, but Deebo's out. So if he had Deebo, I think Purdy would be more of an option here. I'm going to roll a T-Law. I go T-Law, but Purdy would be my second claim. Put a claim in for both. Appreciate you. $10 hauler.
To the moon.
From the man known as Freddie. Smitty, thoughts? Lost Lamar and Stevenson, picked up JK and Fields in a 10-man league. Nice job. Nice recovery. Nice GMing. Fields was dropped by Mahomes' owner. LOL. Also, what do you think about JK versus Swift versus Rashad White to replace Ramondre? Yeah, I'd have a real tough time not playing JK, I suppose, but at the same time, I have a tough time sitting Swift. I think we need to wait and see on this one. I want to lean Swift very badly, but I think until we have a good feel of this situation and we know he's healthy and everything, we're rolling the dice going with Swift again. We are, bottom line. So I think JK's the de facto default starter for you for right now, and we play it by ear walking into the week. Rachaad White, I suppose JK's a little bit safer than Rachaad White maybe at this point, but I don't even know how I feel about that or how I'll feel about that in a couple days. So we definitely have to hit your question later. It's a very good one. That's how I feel at this moment in time. Blizzo, appreciate you with the $5 hauler. QBs are Tua, Mike White. Running backs are Christian McCaffrey, Skywalker, JT Pacheco, Hubbard, Higgins, Amon-Ra, McLaurin, Ayuk, Jameson, and tight ends are Njoku, Waller. Who do I start? You're going to go Njoku unless Waller's full go. If he's full go, then I might contemplate it, but Njoku, if he's starting, is still as safe as Waller until Waller proves himself. Tua, Mike White are your quarterbacks. I probably lean Tua. I know he looks like he's been figured out, but his weapons are there. I lean Tua unless there's injuries or concerns like in the coming days. You know what I mean? Then we back off that. Mike White's been banged up too. He was knocked out twice in the game. I don't think it's that much of a more of a risk to go with Mike White. So I just lean with Tua since he got you here. It would make you sick if he bounced back in that amazing game. Christian McCaffrey and JT are locks. Skywalker, if he's a full go over Pacheco. If Skywalker is hampered or looking shaky at all, I go Pacheco, even over Hubbard. Higgins and Amon-Ra are locked in place. If you go 3 wide receivers, I probably go with McLaurin over Ayuk, but it's very close. If you start 3 wide receivers, then same answer there. But like if your flex is between like McLaurin or Ayuk and the third running back, I go the third running back, Pacheco or Walker, and again Walker over Pacheco. Thank you for your super chat. Appreciate you, my dude. Chris with the super chat, drop Watson for Ritter? Probably not. I don't believe in Ritter yet. That one I wouldn't go that direction, bro. Not yet. Ryan, I appreciate you dropping Robinson. I got that one. I think I'm caught up on the supers. Let's get to the phone calls.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into the show. Your boy Smitty's here to help you out, help you dominate your week number 15, help you get ready for the coming season. Everything's on the table here in the chop shop as we break down everything in the Fantasy Football Show lab, if you will, which I'll be talking about more in the coming weeks when we open up the Fantasy Football Show lab. Okay? The lab will be where we break down some of the bigger problems that we need to break down on the marker boards over in the corner. It's been a while since we loaded that board. We had to remember that Saturday's better than Sunday. That kind of died quick. We got overly excited about that one. We have fun here, though, right? We have fun here. Shylon, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Oh, looks like I missed it. Saturday is better than Sunday. Not quite so much lately. Man, we were excited about that, weren't we? We got a little ahead of ourselves there, but we have fun. We have fun, and it's fun to get a little hyped up and believe in something like Saturday. I had a lot of fun believing in Saturday. I don't regret a single moment, and I still think he could be a good coach. It's tough. It's a tough tread. NFL coaching in the NFL is tough. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Yo, what up, Smitty? What's good?
What's up, man? What can I do for you?
Hey, am I on?
Hold on. You're next. First caller. What's going on? What can I help you with?
Smitty, I'm on.
Yeah, somebody said hello, and then they didn't say anything else, and then I have another caller on hold. Okay,
I don't know if I'm on, man.
Yeah, you're on. Go. Winner.
What's up, Smitty? Yo, check it out, Smitty. So I'm debating, man, on this flex spot. I got Garrett Wilson that I can throw in the flex, but I'm also, man, the bench is stacked. I got Olave on the bench and Metcalf. I don't know what to do there, brother.
I go Garrett Wilson, but that's me. I trust your gut. It's so close. Your dilemma is legit. Like, it's not something you're being, overthinking or anything like that. It's like, this is a tough one. I mean, Olave should have a good day. I really like Olave this week, but it's hard it's hard to bench Garrett Wilson. He didn't like drop a dud last week, but
not at all.
I just like him a lot.
I mean, I think Garrett Wilson and Metcalf are neck and neck, man. I think it's right there, man. I think for me it just comes down to that Thursday night game. I hate the Thursday night.
Yeah, that's going to be it's the matchup. It's the Thursday night game. I think that'll all that together makes me not like DK as much. And Olave's quarterback situation, they're not changing quarterbacks, but they're talking about it, so clearly they're worried there's chaos going on. I just go Garrett Wilson. But that's me. Trust your gut because it's super close, bro.
Good looking, Smitty.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right, next caller. You're the only caller on the line.
Yo, Smitty. This is Cylon.
What's up, Cylon?
How you doing?
Oh, I'm pretty good. What's up with you?
Cool. So, I'm getting some feedback. Oh, you all good?
I'm all good.
Okay, cool. Anyway, can I give you my lineup? I'm in a real jam, and I just made the playoffs by the skin of my teeth.
Okay.
And now I'm dropping Jared Goff. So don't mind that. I'm streaming quarterback. I got Tyreek Hill. I've got Jalen Waddle. I've got Jacobs. ETN. Okonkwo. Godwin. And that's in my flex. Godwin's in my flex right now. Now, I've got, on my bench, I've got Kenneth Walker. And basically that's it. I mean, that's the only name you really need to know is Kenneth Walker, because I don't know him going up against San Francisco. I don't know where I put him in, if he's going to go. I don't trust ETN. I don't know. I also have Zamir White on my bench too. I mean, if that matters, but obviously,
yeah, I think unless your arm's being twisted into starting Walker, like it's a tough matchup. He's not. We're not even sure if he's how healthy he's going to be. So if we feel really good about the news, like I'm on here doing a video on it, that's how you'll know. Then I think you're not taking ETN out, who got 17 carries. I know he didn't perform, but he got 17 carries. You don't know what's in store for Walker, and you don't know how many yards per carry he's going to get. But I'll do a video on we're putting Walker in. He's good to go. You know, you'll see content on it if it's time to put him in.
Well, I'll be looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully, but I don't know.
Okay, so let's say I start Walker then. Let's say he's a full goal. Do I say Godwin or Waddle?
I mean, you probably said ETN, I guess, in that scenario.
To ETN.
Well, I mean, Godwin and Waddle are still safer than ETN, but ETN is safer than Walker right now. I think Walker could only bump out ETN. Unless Waddle's like, we'll know. We don't have enough information right now on Waddle. And unfortunately, Walker playing, you're gonna have to make that call really early on. But we'll have to wait. There's too many unknowns. Waddle should be. We'll find out. We don't have enough information on Waddle yet.
What's going on with Waddle? I haven't heard anything about Waddle.
Well, I mean, he's been banged up. He's had the leg injury. That's why he hasn't done well. Yeah. So I just want to make sure.
There's no news on him right now.
Nothing. So we just don't really know. But for right now, your only option is what you have in there, and then news will force you to go in one direction or another.
Do you like O'Connell, the Chai Okonkwo?
Yeah, he's playing well. Okonkwo, he's playing well.
Do I pick up someone like Conklin?
No, I think
Juwan Johnson.
No, Okonkwo's played well enough, I think, to earn this spot and with those names. Like Taysom Hill, if you're in Yahoo, which I think you are because you listed your wide receivers first, then Driscoll might be an option. We were talking about him earlier. He's
Ingram's out there.
He's Driscoll's rotating at quarterback with Mills, and if he goes out there and throws 2 or 3 TDs, you could win a league on that. You know? So in Yahoo, it's pretty decent. Driscoll's a tight end and quarterback right now on Yahoo.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, we had Kilpatrick. Who are the two people that dropped that news in here? I want to give you guys proper credit. It was Kilpatrick and who? All right, man. Anything else?
I don't know. I missed that. That's it.
right, man.
In a tough spot, but I guess I'll have to wait.
Yeah, you right now. What you have in is what you have in. That's the bottom line. Until you have news moving it. All right, man. Later. Yeah. Geez, all this Waddle bad talk. Be funny if he goes off this week. No one's saying he won't go off this week, Corey. It wouldn't be funny at all. I'm not going to feel wrong one single bit, Corey. One single bit. He's been banged up. So we're just worried about him is all. Kilpatrick trying again. Casio, what's up, man? Am I saying your name right? How do I say it? How do I say it?
Casio.
Casio. Okay, let me rewrite it in here. Casio, I have it written wrong or something. Casio, what can I do for you, Casio?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, bro.
Made playoffs. Sorry, just going outside really quick. I'm still at work, so. But going up against number 2 seed, number 7, just trying to figure out if I start DK over Waddle. I can give you my team. I don't know if you want to hear his team. If you have time for that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I have time for your entire league, but like your question is Waddle versus DK.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the rest of my starters. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, you can read them off. I don't know that it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna change anything. I mean, if Waddle's healthy, I'm playing Waddle because DK's got a very, very, very tough matchup. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm debating it for as well. And then I'm in a super flex league, so it's half PPR. I have Justin Herbert as my main quarterback, and I'm trying to figure out if Mike White is healthy. Do I start Mike White, or do I keep rolling with Jared Goff, even though he's in the Jets?
What do you guys think in the chat? Mike White or Goff this week? Goff against the Jets is a tough draw.
I also have Danny Dimes, but I don't think I'm trying to start him right now over the other two.
Yeah, I'm not starting Danny Dimes. Goff, and it's in New York.
Yeah, it's a tough one because I do like Goff's weapons right now. They're pretty much all out there.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'd probably go Mike White, bro. I think the chat's kind of agreeing too. There's a little mix. Okay. This looks like about 50-50. I would go Mike White, but man, these injuries suck. And the fact that he got knocked out twice, came back though, but it worries me. Like he's getting rocked, but he's tough.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Mike White. Mike White.
Okay. And you said Waddle if he's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, we're not assuming that he's out or anything like that, but he was struggling.
Yeah.
He didn't play well. It's 2 weeks in a row that he hasn't played well. He's clearly hampered. So we're just waiting on news. We just don't want to hear anything negative. We want to hear something positive, and then he's a full go. So you're just news dependent on that.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Later. Next up is Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick, you're up, my guy.
What's going on, Smitty? What's up, all?
What's up?
Really quick. So, I made playoffs by like a shed of a hair. Essentially, a bunch of teams just tied up in my home league. Dealing with Brees injury, Javonte, etc. I do have ETN. I'm starting ETN. I'm starting Rashad White. I need a third. I got Montgomery. I got E-Rob and Jeff Wilson Jr. I'm taking E-Rob. What do you think?
Yeah, Jeff Wilson Jr. is injured, and you couldn't trust him right now anyway. I go B-Rob. He's running tough. I think they're at home, right? So yeah, I like that matchup. I like B-Rob running the ball, getting 17-plus totes of the rock. Yeah, I like it a lot.
For sure. And just to cast my vote, since I was on the phone, I'd go Mike White in that matchup, personally.
Yeah.
I'm just a big believer in Mike White, bro. I love Mike White. I think he's a dog, dude. He played through the injury, came back, played again. Said you can't take him off that field. That dude is something else, man.
Yeah. I like Mike White. I love Mike White, obviously, but it's a tough call. But Jets are a tough draw for Goff. So Jets D's
yeah,
good.
For sure, man. As far as who else said Driscoll, I literally forget who said it.
It was Alejandro. I looked it up and found it was Alejandro. Alejandro said it. You said it. You two were saying it first, so I'll try and give credit to you guys when we keep talking about it. So appreciate that. But yeah, for those that don't know what we're talking about, in Yahoo leagues only, apparently, the quarterback for the Houston Texans that rotates with Davis Mills, and he's not said to be starting. They said they're going to continue to rotate the two of them, and they're not committing to a quarterback. Kilpatrick might start at quarterback, might not, but they confirmed will definitely rotate in and out at times. So Driscoll, the part-time quarterback for the Texans, is tight end eligible on Yahoo. So if you're in desperate need, it could get you a 0. He could not play at all the entire game if Mills goes in and just plays well and they don't. But it sounds like they want to rotate the two. So it's a good little tidbit. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, for sure. Now, if I was rolling with Taysom Hill all year, just based off of like what you were saying and like the same situation, right?
Yeah.
And then I pick him up, and I traded for Dalton Schultz. Like,
yeah,
I traded Waller and AJ Dillon to grab him. Would you have the cojones, so to speak, to play Driscoll over the two of them? Or should I just be safe, just roll out Schultz?
Yeah, don't get cute, bro. Schultz, Driscoll's. It's good to block whoever could do the Driscoll move, in Yahoo, but
yeah, for sure, man.
Schultz, bro.
All right, man.
Appreciate you, Ryan.
Wait, one last thing.
Yeah.
One last thing, bro. All right, so if I'm going to be picking up Driscoll, right, and I lost Tyler, and I'm starting Mike White, I'm picking up Purdy, I'm just kind of desperate, right? Do I drop Tyler Huntley for Driscoll just for the upside?
I don't know, I suppose, but at the same time, like, even if he could play this week, he could. We're not sure. It's still a concern, that first of all, Lamar could be back the next week or then a week after that. I don't know. I think both of them have upside. I think you just got to trust your gut on what your opponents might need that you can block, because I don't think you're going to necessarily use them. But I do like Huntley. Right, I do like Huntley a lot if he's healthy. All right, man. Appreciate you. Later. David, you're up.
Hey, what's going on, Smith?
What's up, David?
Hey, man. I'm kind of thinking a week ahead, man, but I just wanted to call anyways. So I apologize for that. I got a bye this week. But I lost Ramondre last night, so he was my RB2. So I have Pacheco and I have Bam. But as far as next week goes, so Kansas City plays at home, and the Jets play at home. But Bam's matchup, man, is on a Thursday night. So I guess I put in a waiver for McKinnon. Whatever. Maybe I can have both Kansas City running backs. I like both of their schedules, but I guess my whole thing, and I'll learn more as the week goes on and towards next week, but would you feel comfortable, man, week 17 playing Bam on a Thursday night game?
Week 16, you mean?
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, that's week 16, not 17. Okay. Yeah. Stevenson, for now, but we got to kind of wait and see how he does. He's a week-by-week guy, man.
I mean, honestly, Smitty, even with Ramondre, man, like he's to me, in my opinion, he's been kind of slacking each little week, these past 4 or 5 weeks. And Harris is coming back, man. I don't even know if I had that much faith in him going further, week 16 or 17.
Yeah, well, okay, so I can understand that, and I mean, he was really good in PPR. So I don't know if you're half PPR or non-PPR.
I'm half PPR.
Yeah, so that's probably why you're feeling that way, because PPR people have been very, very happy with him. They're getting a little extra, some extra points. But I would say that if Knight's playing the way he is and he commands the backfield, then of course I like Knight a lot. But we got to wait.
With it being a Thursday night game.
Yeah, but we got to wait and see because we don't know what he's going to look like walking into this game. So I think for now, sure. But Stevenson might be back, and maybe Harris doesn't come back. We don't know. Got to wait and see. Harris.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I still love Stevenson though.
I know I'm a week ahead, and that's my fault.
Yeah, no. I still love Stevenson though. I don't like cut him or anything. He's still very, very good, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. And like I said, I put in a waiver wire for McKinnon. So what if he balls out this weekend? And I'm able to pick him up. Man,
yeah,
I mean, have Pacheco,
I grab him now in case he balls out, so you don't have to go, racing everybody. It depends on who you got to cut, but I mean, give yourself another dilemma. But it's all gonna, you're way ahead. We don't really know. I can't predict, that far ahead until we see, these are shaky plays. They're week to week.
Yeah.
I like where Knight's headed, but we don't know for sure 2 weeks from now what's going to go on, so we got to wait. So pick up McKinnon if you can. Don't drop anybody crazy, but you don't want to be racing to the waiver wire if he does it again.
Yeah, no, I put in a waiver wire ad for him and dropped Jeff Wilson, man, with that.
Yeah, that's fine. I like that.
I guess I'm just freaking out with it being a Thursday night game, and I'm like, it's a week ahead, so I'm just trying to think ahead. We'll get it figured out.
Don't lose sleep. Don't lose sleep a week in advance. You'll be fine. But let's attack it when we get closer. All right. Later, man. All right, next caller. You're up.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
I got a question. I'm in a Superflex league. I was wondering, should I start Mike White or Chris Olave?
What's your scoring like in your what's Olave's? What's Olave projected for? Like, can you look at the projections?
Oh, he's projected for like 15 points, 14.98.
Okay, and what's Mike White projected for?
16 points.
And I bet that's a little low. I'd probably go Mike White. Sounds like you're scoring. Is it 4 points per TD pass?
Yeah, it's 4 points per touchdown, and it's 4-point PPR.
Yeah. I mean, it's close, bro. Olave's that good, but I believe you'll want to always default to the quarterback, especially if he throws for like 2 TDs and 300 yards. He's going to well outscore Olave. They're projecting probably low for him, being he's hurt and everything. But I'd probably go with Mike White, but it's close. It's arguable. Trust your gut. Olave could have a day. I like Olave a lot this week, so it's kind of a tough question for me. In fact, let's go to the chat. Superflex. Mike White projected for 16 points in his format, or Olave projected for 15. Both are probably under projected. Let's see what the chat says. And Sam with the super
I have
chat.
one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you go for Taysom Hill or Shigi Okono at tight end?
I'd probably go with Ocon. I'd probably roll. I mean, it's tough because Taysom Hill at any moment could have that day. But Conwell's probably safer. But like Taysom Hill, I like holding for that secret weapon move. Like if he gets injected into the lineup next week, let's say at quarterback. I'm not saying he will, but if he does, he wins the league, bro. So like hold him, but I would probably go. Yeah, I probably stray away from him just this week.
Yeah, I've been struggling at tight end. Kyle Pitts been shitty all year. Oh, sorry. He's been bad all year.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, Smitty.
Later.
Apologies for.
Yeah. Spiffy, you're up.
Hey, what's up, Smitty?
What's up, man?
So I locked in the playoff spot. I'm on the 3rd seed. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the bye, but I'm fighting for. I'm in the big dance now, so that's what's good. Now, I just have a question on who to pick up. I'm 4th in the waiver, and if you want to, I can list my starting lineup as I have currently right now. So,
No, I don't need the whole lineup, Spiffy.
So-
we don't. We got to go to the other callers. Just give me the top pickups, and I'll tell you who I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got that. So, guys that I can list off right now, we got these guys that are available. We got Nico Collins. Wait, hold on, let me make sure. Nico Collins. We got Kadarius Toney. We got Kyler Murray's no, my bad. OBJ. We got Foster Moreau, Kadarius Toney, Travis Homer, DJ Dallas, Matt Breida. We got Kyron Williams, Damian Harris, Joshua Kelly, Alec Pierce, Gainwell, Aaron Rodgers, Travis. Oh, I already said Travis Homer. Brock Purdy, Okon Joe, the tight end, Tyson Hill, Zamir White, Chris Moore, Desmond Ritter, Keontae Ingram, Richie James, Pierre Strong, Skowronek from the Rams. I should mention the Texas running backs are available just because I know Damian Pierce is going to be out for a couple
I would
weeks.
say there's not a lot of good options, but Damian Harris, Purdy, and Strong are all really good pickups. I would say those are the only 3 that you said that I would be tempted to go. As far as ranking them, I mean, if you need a RB right now, Damian Harris and Strong, and I don't even know which one. No one knows which one. I would say probably Damian Harris. I like Strong more, but Damian Harris, I don't know. We'll have to see. He could be back.
Yeah.
It's tough to know. Chat, you can weigh in whether you like Strong or Damian Harris. Purdy's good if you need a QB. I know you got Fields, right?
No, I have Mike White and Kirk Cousins.
Oh, maybe you do grab Purdy. I probably maybe grab. I don't know.
I can't see the YouTube chat because I'm just on the phone right now. But I can't tell what people are saying right now.
Yeah. Damian Harris. We got one Damian Harris vote. Depends on your needs. Who's your worst player? Your worst 2 players.
On my starting lineup or
Your
my
worst 2
full
players
team
on your
roster?
league. They will drop.
Oh, droppable players. I would say I have. Give me 1 second. I got Derek Carr, Corey Davis, Jalen Warren, Joshua Palmer.
I would
And
drop.
Maybe you can make a case for Mike White.
I would drop Carr for Purdy, and I would drop Corey Davis for either Damian Harris or Strong. And I think you got to kind of wait out the day. Hopefully, some news breaks that shed some light on it, bro.
You said Corey Davis for either Strong or Damian Harris?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Man, I'm leaning Damian Harris personally.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll
feel
get
like
his job back if he's healthy.
Yeah, I just feel like he's the naturally he's the next one in the pecking order.
I like Strong better, but
Yeah. Let me ask, because I was worried about my receiver situation, just because of how non-existent he did this week, and now that Kyler Murray is out. How do you feel about Hollywood?
I don't know. I think I think he's okay, but he's not. He's like a wide receiver 3 now. He doesn't have any high-end wide receiver 2 value, but he's a wide receiver 3. He's got I don't even know. Does anybody feel like what's a good comp for Hollywood? Like a healthy Jacoby Myers? I don't know what Hollywood's gonna do right now. I don't know how he's gonna produce.
Yeah. because he's my starting receiver now. I have him and Lockett, and then after what I saw last night, I was now with Kyler Murray is out. I'm kind of nervous now because my only other receiver now is, granted, he just had a good game, but the only other receivers I have is Deontay Johnson and Palmer.
Yeah, Hollywood's
Viable options.
Hollywood's had his last 2 games 40 yards and 30 yards. I don't think he can be considered a wide receiver 2 anymore. He's a wide receiver 3.
Yeah. That's why I was considering maybe grabbing up a receiver, but is there a receiver out there that you would start over Hollywood?
No, not that you're listing, bro. You're listing a bunch of trash.
Yeah. The only guys I can probably think of maybe are viable are Nico Collins and maybe Kadarius Toney.
Not over Hollywood, bro. No. All right, man. I got to jump to the next call, Spiffy. Appreciate you.
All right.
Later, man. All right, next caller. This is the last call. 210 of you in here.
Smitty, what's up?
153 thumbs up. Please punch that thumb up button. What could I do for you, pal?
I have a question. So I'm in a dilemma right now.
You're in a limo or a dilemma? Sound like you said.
In a dilemma.
Oh, I thought you said you're in a limo. I'm like, all right.
Can you pick 3 running backs for me to start? I have Aaron Jones, Stevenson, Rashad White, and Etienne.
Well, I mean, Stevenson's. I think if Stevenson's going to play and he's not restricted at all, which I do not see being the case, then you have a dilemma. Like Rashad White or Stevenson is probably what you're going to be looking at, in my opinion. I'm not sitting Aaron Jones. I'm not sitting Etienne. Not in your situation. Would I in other situations? Maybe. But it's coming down to Rashad White or Stevenson, who is likely going to be out a week or be very hampered. But we'll see. Maybe he'll be fine. Maybe he'll practice. They'll say he's good to go. And if he is, I'll put Stevenson probably in over Rashad White, but only if we feel he's full go, which I don't think we'll feel.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like him coming back in might have hurt himself more.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Yeah, you never know.
Well, all right, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Later.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go one more. You're live. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Smitty?
Hello? What can I do for you?
Hey, Smitty, how are you?
Pretty good, man.
Just needed some help setting my lineup for the week, please.
Okay, hit me with it.
All right. So for quarterback, I have Fields and I have Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
My running backs are Mixon, Kamara, Rashad White, and Pollard.
Okay.
Wide receivers are A.J. Brown, Sun God, Mike Evans, and Christian Watson.
Nice receivers.
And Hockenson is my tight end.
Can you start 4 wide receivers? What's your requirements?
So 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex.
Okay, so I'm going to start Pollard no matter what, and I'm going to personally start either Kamara or Mixon. I don't really know which one, bro. I mean, what's the chat think? Kamara or Mixon? Please vote on that one. I'm going to go... Man, Fields is a tough matchup, though. It's so tough to sit Fields, man. T-Law's playing so good, but it's the Cowboys, right? So I'm going to go Fields. I'll go Fields. I'll go Pollard for sure. Mixon or Kamara I'm still thinking on. Amon-Ra and AJB are locks. Your flex, God, your flex has to be Christian Watson. I mean, you can't sit Christian Watson.
I was having a tough time setting him.
Yeah, you can't sit Christian Watson. As far as Mixon and Kamara's been so bad lately. It's really hard to sit him, but Mixon's a good enough name that could be considered, obviously. Most people that are sitting Kamara are not, they don't have Mixon sitting there. Mixon had 14 carries for 96 yards in week number 14. That wasn't that bad. I mean, it's 6.9 a pop. Like Kamara's doing nothing. Mixon at least had 6.9 yards per carry, about 100 yards. I guess total yards. What do he have? Yeah, total yards. He had 106 total yards. So I would go with the hot hand and Mixon. Wait a minute.
Do you trust Kamara more with Ingram now?
You know what? I don't know. This matchup is tough, though. I mean, Tampa Bay's not the same against the run like they used to be, but I'm going Kamara. I changed my mind. I'm going Kamara.
All right, that sounds good to me.
I mean, I know. Hold on. Let's see what the chat thinks. I mean, I'm surprised the Mixon votes are so overwhelming against the Bucs at home. I mean, the Bucs are not what they used to be against the run, but they're still a good. Let's see what people think here. I know everyone's ready to just give up on Kamara, just completely write him off, but I feel like there's an argument to be made.
I feel like he has one big game left in him.
Yeah, I don't know. This one's tough. Let's hit this one later in the week, bro. This one's close.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not ready to write off Kamara in this situation with this matchup, because his matchup is the Falcons. Mark Ingram's out for the season. Like that's the other thing people I don't think are factoring in is that Kamara had Ingram getting a lot of work. And now, granted, they could still give work to other RBs in the running back room, but I think the fact that Kamara had 12 carries last week, I don't think they're handing 12 carries to another running back. I believe this matchup against the Falcons is a really good one. Kamara came off a bye week. Whatever nicks and bruises and injuries he's probably had a little bit more rest than he needed it to get right. I'm going Kamara. I couldn't sit Kamara.
Kamara?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, Ingram's out. Like, how is he a sit? I don't think he's a sit. I disagree with I love my chat, and I wouldn't blame you for going with the chat, bro. I wouldn't blame you at all. But
how would you feel about sitting Christian Watson?
No,
and putting
you can't sit
starting Mixon, Kamara, and Pollard.
You can't sit Christian Watson. If you're gonna sit you can't sit Amon-Ra, AJ Brown, or Christian Watson. Those are fire wide receivers, man. I'm starting.
Okay.
I'm starting Pollard no matter what. I'm starting your wide receivers that I've got marked up, and I'm starting Kamara against the Falcons with no Mark Ingram, who's out for the year. Give it to me. Final answer. Go.
All right.
But
Thanks,
trust your
Mitty.
gut.
I appreciate all the help.
All right, man. Later. Ben from Texas. What's up, Texas Ben?
Hey, Smeedy, how's it going?
What's up, man?
Hey, first of all, I want to thank you, man, because 5 of my 8 leagues here got to the playoffs. So with injuries and all, I made it. So thanks a lot for your help there.
Yeah.
On one league, though, I had a quick question. So I got the number 1 waiver wire pick, and if I lose on the playoffs, I don't want to stay with it. And I do see that both Strong and Damian Harris are on waivers. Should I kind of roll the dice with one of them and see what happens during the week, or should I just hold on to that waiver wire pick?
Strong or Damian Harris? I don't know, man. So McKinnon?
Yeah,
Did
kind of don't want to go home with it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, did you say McKinnon's available?
Who, I'm sorry?
McKinnon?
McKinnon? I think he might be. I think I saw him. Yes, he's available too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you see my waiver wire video, but, McKinnon was the top of the list. So
Okay, no, well, I mean, I'm just saying because I saw Damian Harris there, and I mean, usually everyone kind of has him stashed, so I don't know if it's. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
I don't know. It's tough, bro. It's tough. I would say, personally, I think because Stevenson isn't out for the year or anything, I don't know what Damian Harris is going to carve out long-term wise. And when I mean long-term, I mean the last 3 weeks of the season. I feel like McKinnon coming off a 100-yard game, scoring, was it 2 touchdowns, right? I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I feel like McKinnon's your best shot at having that good use of that pick. I don't know. Does anybody disagree? McKinnon over the unknown situation that is the New England Patriot running back room, which it could be Stevenson. Stevenson's one of the 3 players it could be, if he's healthy. Yeah. So we'll see what the chat says, but I would go McKinnon.
Oh, okay. Because I do need help on running back. I had ETN and Damon Pierce and CPAT, but now Damon Pierce is out, so I got ETN, CPAT. I got Zonovan Knight as well. I don't know if to plug him in.
Yeah, of course you plug. Of course you plug him in. He's a fantastic play right now.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, bro.
Appreciate
you later. Sam, I don't know if I answered this earlier. Sam, are you still here, Sam? I apologize, bro. It's been sitting here right in front of my face. Play Dalton or Watson. Watson. Even I know to play Watson over Dalton. Dalton could be out of the lineup in halftime at any game. So, okay, last caller. Unsure Johnny. I don't have time to go through your entire lineup, so give me one question. What are you unsure about?
I got Darren Waller on the waivers. If I get him, should I start him over Taysom Hill?
If the news is very strong, like he looks great, he's not hampered, then yeah. If we don't know what we're looking at, I'd probably say Taysom safer. But I don't know. I mean, this early, I don't know. This early, we should know more in the coming days. For right now, all I can tell you is if Waller's good to go, ready to rumble, sure. I always see him on social media. He's always like very active and super, fit and doing things. And so I know he's in good shape and he's been, trying to keep himself ready. But
yeah,
tough to say because he's been very injury prone this year. So I don't know if he'll go back out and get re-injured. So Hill's probably a tad safer unless we're very, very confident in the news. So we got to wait and see. I'm unsure, Johnny, at this point.
Well,
all right, bro.
Appreciate it anyways.
Yep, later. All right, so that ends the phone call segment. I appreciate everybody chiming in. Why would you play Kamara then, Smitty? Jimmy, I laid it out. I laid it out in tremendous detail. He's got the Falcons. Ingram's out for the season. Ingram got 12 carries last week. I don't think they're just handing that massive amount of volume that they gave Ingram to just the next man up. I think it literally is going to be like, okay, Kamara, you rested up. The bye week's here. He healed up from the bye week. I've given you a number of reasons why Kamara could be healed up enough for another big game or two. I'm not touching him in 2023. I didn't want you to draft him in 2022. But if you own him, and he's coming off a bye week, and Ingram's out for the year, I think he's a good play this week. I could be wrong. I could eat my words, but I just think it's a bad idea to sit him. McKinnon looks really good running. I don't know what to say, bro. Yeah, I like McKinnon. McKinnon looks really, really solid right now. Jimmy, you just said Dalton could get benched in any second. That can't be good for the offense. Well, maybe it's better for the offense if he's just not in there. Maybe it's better. Winston goes in, bro. The offense gets better because they throw the football down the field. Winston could throw picks all day long. I don't care. The fact that he gives Olave the most air yards in the entire National Football League the moment he goes in there. Olave leads the league from that moment on, not the whole year, but from that moment in time till the end of the year, in air yards. Olave stretches the field, opens up the entire offense. So Jimmy, you're putting words in my mouth, Jimmy. I'm telling you, this is how I feel, Jimmy. You can't take my feelings away from me, Jimmy. And I'm telling you that I like Kamara this week, and I would prefer Winston be in the lineup, throwing footballs to Olave, stretching out the defense. Maybe Taysom Hill gets in there. Maybe Taysom Hill gets in there and they run the ball a lot. Tough to say. I don't know that Andy Dalton's the answer though, Jimmy. I think you're acting like I'm telling him to put an elite quarterback on the bench. Can't be good for the offense. Maybe they need to make this move a long time ago, Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm out of here. I think I got all the super chats out of the way. Appreciate everybody that dropped super chat wattage on the screen. I think I might take Grant's Tomlinson. Vamp, I think Vamp is in the lead for Grant's Tomlinson. The big Tomlinson, autographed Tomlinson, massive frame. This guy, Vamp, is in the lead, I believe. So congratulations, Vamp. Let's give a round of applause for Vampy. Vamp, very proud of you. Carlito's Way, what a movie, by the way. If you haven't seen Carlito's Way, go watch that movie. Smitty need a QB and a flex, standard scoring Brady, Goff, Mike White, B. Rob, Olave, and Rashad White. I'm kind of feeling Olave from this group here. And as for a quarterback, I'm probably going Mike White. Or, you know what? Brady. I want to say Mike White. I do want to say Mike White. I might say Brady here. I just have a feeling this is going to be a shootout between Burrow and Brady. Can I get a vote on this one? Brady or Mike White? Goff's got the Jets. We're going to walk away from that one. Mike White against the Dolphins D. Yeah, or the Lions D. Mike White or Tom Brady. Let's go Mike White. Do it live. I don't mind Tom Brady this week though. I feel like he's gonna throw two scores at a minimum. This could be a good week for Brady. Don't love Brady long term, but I guess it'd be a good week for him. So Smitty officially made it to the playoffs. I got questions. You going live later, probably, my broski. Appreciate you, Blind Larry. Thank you guys all for the super chats. Appreciate everybody in the building. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Damn it, I dropped Brady 2 weeks ago. Well, don't master. Depends, you know what I mean? Like if you've got like a good quarterback option, you don't need to worry about Brady. I'm just saying in this situation, like where you're balancing a bad schedule for Goff or a bad matchup for Goff, and you got Brady, then it's okay. Like, don't need to worry about going out there and getting Tom Brady, bro. I don't mean he's going to be that good. I just mean I think he has like a decent outing in this one for people that are like panicked on him and they have no other option. It's me trying to calm the storm, bro. Not me loving Tom Brady's a top 5 QB play this week. He's not a top 5 QB play. Hope your family's getting better. We're not getting better, bro. They got pink eye in the whole house. They got all kinds of stuff. So, but I appreciate that. All right, I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, live whenever news breaks. I'm live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, midnight Eastern, which means I'll probably see you all tonight at midnight Eastern. Until that time, I'll see you later. Peace out. Thank you to all my super chatters. Yusuf, appreciate you, my guy. Taylor, Zinski, Isaac Taylor, Zinski, Freddie R, Two-Tone, Travis, Isaac Taylor, Tyler Miller, Kilpatrick, Zach, Auntie, Ron Navy, Travis Rowe, Chris Smith, Isaac Taylor again, Chris, 44, Jaime, Ryan C., Blizo, Luis Mendez with a $20 hauler, Joe, Robert Mitchell with the $20 hauler, Robert to the moon, Michael, Peter, Vamp, Angel, Sam, Vamp, Henderson, Israel, Travis Rowe, Brandon, Wallace, Matt C., Jaime, J-Bone, Ian, Ryan, J., and you know what? Robert Mitchell to the moon. See you all later.
Woo! You know, Smitty, you're not hearing me. I don't know a lot about fantasy football. I know everything about fantasy football. Woo! You know,